so day one, Aurora is joining me here. I gotta change here quick. Day one of MillSummit has been going amazing so far. I hosted a session this morning and now I'm hosting 2 sessions back to back, which basically just means that I start the Zoom room for it. This one is one of the keynote speakers. I'm so freaking excited. We did okay on the first one. I was so nervous that I was gonna do something wrong and I forgot to turn my camera off for about like 5 seconds into it, but I don't think anyone noticed except for Val from Spur Impact. She's like, Sarah, turn off your camera. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm sorry. So yeah, there has been a lot of great speakers. I was listening into several of them. I'm writing down like good quotes and stuff. So yeah, such a fun MillSummit so far. I'm also working on the logo for our Impact Mentoring Program. That'll be sent out right after the summit. And I'm having so much fun so far doing that. So now we have a keynote, but it is time. Okay, Aurora. Okay, still okay. All right, it is time to get ready. Now she's rubbing against the camera, of course. All right, time to get ready and I'll update you on how it goes. Our first keynote, Tony Lipsy.
Of that industry.
So Sarah wants to know, how do you balance working on everything in the business that needs to get done and also interact with people through your social media channels? It feels so time consuming and overwhelming sometimes.
That's a really great question. So I'll plan time. I'll set an hour or 2 aside during the week, or I'll set 15-minute chunks during the day to respond to DMs or, reply to comments. I prioritize it because it is important. I've nurtured this audience for such a long time. I'm not going to let them fall to the wayside. Trying my best to make sure there's a little bit darker line between work time and like Tony time. So Tony time starts at 5. So anything that needs to be done on Instagram needs to get done before 5 o'clock. If it's for your business, designate those boundaries and put it within that boundary.
All right, so day one of the MillSummit is over. It was absolutely amazing. I have just been getting so many nuggets of wisdom from all of the speakers. I'm taking notes, one, because I need to take notes of quotes for my job, but then also just taking personal notes as well because they are just blowing me away with their wisdom. It's so much to process, right? Because like when I'm working and it was a really long day, I got up at 8 today, which is much earlier than Sierra normally wakes up. So I'm very tired, but then also there's all this like good stuff that's up there that is just kind of marinating and it'll, come out as it needs to. But a lot of really great nuggets of wisdom. One of them was about social media. This was Tony Lipsy. She has a really big social media following and she was talking about it and all of the different social medias and then texting and emails and all this stuff. It gives me a lot of anxiety. It's really overwhelming. It can be stressful. It's just a lot of mental effort that I don't necessarily have scheduled in to my day. And so it's an add-on at the end when I'm really tired. And so I think I have this stress response negatively associated with it because I usually leave it to the end of the day when I'm most exhausted and I don't want to do it, and that's when I have to do it. So I think there's this stress response associated with it. But she was talking about boundaries and she was talking about all these things with social media that got me so excited to try to engage more positively with social media and with texting and with emailing and get caught up, because I have been chronically not caught up forever and it's very stressful, and that's continues to reinforce that negative connotation from it. And then Matt Higgins, who was a guest shark on Shark Tank, he had an incredible talk, very vulnerable talk where he talked about imposter syndrome and so humble. I was really impressed with his humbleness. And he talked about, we enter this earth hole and we exit the earth hole. We've entered this world with everything we ever need to complete us. We are complete. We don't need anyone else to complete us. We don't need any physical things to complete us. We are complete. And that really resonated with me.
How do you define your passions and what are you looking forward to in the next few years?
Great question. I love unlocking human potential. That is probably the thing that drives me more than anything, is discovering human potential and maybe playing a role and fueling it.
So those were a couple of my Takeaways from today, it was mind-blowing. I'm absolutely loving being a part of this community and meeting amazing new people, and yeah, it was so much fun. And then I still had SIP tonight. It was the last SIP before graduation of this cohort on Friday, which is wild. And I love these students so much. And then Scott tonight said some really nice stuff about my bubbly energy and just me bringing like the warmth to make the students feel comfortable. And I really appreciated it. He enjoyed working with me, and I was just like, I love working here too. I love the students. I love what we do to kind of unlock their potential and their ideas, and it's just, I love it so much. So yeah, amazing day. And it's 7:30 and I've been awake since 8 a.m. so I'm really tired, and I've worked through the entire time. It's almost been 12 hours. Anyway, let's go finish the day strong. So day 2 of the MillSummit has gone so well so far. I've just really been enjoying it. There was a speaker today named Vule, and he is so amazing. He works in the nonprofit space. His organization is called Nonprofit AF, and it helps like nonprofits and boards and foundations and all this stuff to just be better on so many different topics. It blew my mind. I think he was one of the best keynote speakers I've ever heard. Incredible speaker. So there is a quick break before the last session of the day. It is a keynote, and then we're done day 2. I still have more energy than I thought I would. I've been able to take 2 20-minute power naps today, and I'm finding that really helps me. I'm definitely still super puffy, and I'm just not getting enough sleep during the evening in general, but those power naps, very helpful. I've been getting a bunch of messages done, a bunch of work done, emails. It's been amazing. All right, let's go finish this day strong. Amazing keynote by Jacqueline DiGregorio. She was incredible. Such a positive person. She did that whole visualization thing where she was like, you know, in 10 years, where do you see yourself? And let's start creating that vision right now. And I absolutely loved hearing her speak. I'm so energized. My soul is full. My brain is full. I'm so exhausted because it's so full, and there's so many good things. I just, my brain is blown. My mind is blown. As you can see, because I cannot speak. So anyway, yeah, my mind has been blown all day by all these incredible speakers. So yeah, day 2 is done officially, and it was an incredible day. I've been like responding to emails and getting caught up, and I feel really good. So that has been amazing. I'm also tiring myself out though, and I could just be resting, but it's fine. We're in this adrenaline high, and we want to ride that as far as we possibly can. It is day 3 of the summit, and it is going so well so far. I did both of my sessions already this morning, so the rest of the day I'm just on quote duty. We have Jimmy Allen's keynote, and we have another keynote with Deesha Dyer later as well, so I'm so excited. But both of the sessions that I helped with went so well. Holly Quinn, who's a lead reporter for Technically Delaware, she was moderating a session who had Gary Johnson on it, and I absolutely love Gary, so that was such an incredible session. They were talking about strategic investing in communities, and then the last session was moderated by Logan Herring, who is the founder of The Warehouse, who we are partners with for Level Up. So it was really nice to meet him. I've run into him before, but I've never really like sat down and talked to him, so that was really fun to be on a session with him. I'm gonna go rest for a little bit. I'm quite tired. Today I'm definitely dragging, and tomorrow I have 7 meetings all day. So I need to not be dragging. I need to prep all of these stuff for the impact mentoring that we're going to be sending out in an email tomorrow. So lots and lots to do, but yeah, let's go rest for a bit. All right, we just finished the last session of the MillSummit, and my mind is blown. I have 3 full days of so many new ideas, so many new ways of thinking about things, just so many like mind-opening things. So yeah, it's been amazing. We closed out the summit with Deesha Dyer. She did all of the events for the Obama campaign. So when the Pope came, she was in charge of all of that. She has an incredible story. She went to community college, and so she was sharing, like, even though her story is not the typical story, she still was successful. And like for me, I didn't even think I was gonna be able to go to college, and now I am in college, thankfully. But you know, for people who have different stories and who have dreams but just might not take the typical route, that was incredible to hear. So her story was so very inspiring. Jimmy Allen spoke earlier as well, and his talk was amazing. I don't really listen to country music, so I didn't know him very well, but hearing his story of growing up in southern Delaware and the way that he became a country star. I mean, he was homeless for a while, living in his car for a while, to where he is today, where he's, you know, this very, very successful singer. He just wrote a children's book as well. His third child is on the way. I mean, he is just the epitome of success and happiness in his personal and professional life. It was really, really exciting and cool to hear his story as well. It's just been such a positive, uplifting, inspiring experience the last 3 days, and I can't believe that it's done. Kind of an overwhelming theme from it. It's so important to fill your cup before you can, you know, fill others. And a lot of them talked about this idea of an overflowing cup. You fill your own cup, and then the overflow is what you can give to others and the way that you can shine out for other people. And I've just so many quotes I wrote down about that type of analogy and that type of idea. I can't believe that these sessions are done now. We are officially done the summit. It's been a wild, wild ride, but I am so thankful to have been a part of the Spur Impact team to put this on and be able to attend the sessions and support all the speakers. So anyway, it's wild that we're done.